to the Run2Improve podcast half hour with your host, Jose Santos from Las Vegas, bringing you inspiration and motivation to keep you going. Here we go. Let's go.
Good morning and welcome to the first podcast show for the Run2Improve podcast hour. This is your host. I just wanted to introduce myself, guys. For those that don't know me, I'm a weight loss motivator and mentor. I started my journey when I used to weigh 430 pounds. In the last 3 years, I've been dedicating myself to running and to making a positive change to really change into that lifestyle so that way I can live a happier and healthier life. Now today on the show, I'm just going to go ahead and talk about why running is important, or why just getting out there is important, why action. Okay, so the topic is, why should you take action? That's the topic. So let me go ahead and start it off before we bring our guest speaker. To me, action means something that you want to do. Every time you decide you want to do something, it takes action. So if in your mind you're saying, oh, I want to lose weight, oh, I need to get healthy, oh, I can't live like this no more, I need to change, but you don't take action, guess what? That's why you're stuck. That's why you feel like you can't get out. So you have to be able to take yourself out of that environment and say, you know what? I need to take action on my life. Because at the end, guys, it doesn't matter to John, it doesn't matter to Brittany, your family, your friends. Basically, nobody cares but you. So if you're left alone, unable to move, it's going to be on you. But if you're able to get up, make a little effort, go through a little pain, at the end you'll come out gaining a lot. You'll be focused, you'll be determined, you'll be a brand new person ready to change. That's why I think action is important in your life. So let's go ahead and talk about this with my guest speaker. And here he is.
Hey, thank you for bringing me on the show. For those that don't know, I am Mr. Run2Improve. I am a runner, and I am a half marathon runner trying to become a triathlete and hopefully one day a full marathon runner. And I currently dabble in trail running. I've been doing a little bit of everything from CrossFit to weightlifting to get myself to that point where I could help others do the same. Mr. Jose, action is very necessary in your life. Without action, there's nothing. You have to be able to put something, you got to be able to put that effort, put that into motion. By you putting into motion, it's creating action. And for me, I feel that action creates attraction. So the more you do something, the more it's going to come back fold. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be plentiful. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to give you what you seek in life. But if you're not doing nothing, just sitting on the couch, guess what? Life is not seeking you, and you ain't seeking life. So you got to get out. You got to move. You got to say, I got to take action about my life. And you got to move forward with whatever it is, whether it's weight loss, whether it's relationships, whether it's a career, whether it's just doing something better. Take a first step, one step at a time. Like my favorite coach says, Pete Carroll, one game at a time. So same thing, one step at a time. But yeah, that's my message, guys. That's how I feel about taking action.
Before we continue back to our interview, I just wanted to come up and talk to you guys briefly and share 6 ways that you could help improve your brand, keep you focused, and keep you engaged in what you're doing. So let's go. Here's number 1. I highly recommend that you go ahead and connect with celebrities. And I don't mean like Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt, Bruce Willis, or anything like that. I mean local celebrities that you have on your Facebook. People that you look up to, people that are already sharing videos. Extend yourself out there, put yourself out there, write them an email, communicate, wink, poke, whatever you need to do. But just go out there and put yourself out there and reach. And you'll be surprised that they might be open to let you into their environment so you could ask them questions and pick their brains and get to know what you really want to know about the industry or about what you want to do. Okay, so that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, connect with your local professionals and experts. For example, for me are all my elite runners, all my race directors, all those people that I look up to. Those are the ones that I talk to on a daily basis, ask them questions, pick their brains, so that way I can get to know the sport and I can get to know how to improve in my running. Okay. Number 3, I would say start a podcast, just like I did. You might think, what do I have to share? Well, you never know. Sometimes people could just be listening to your voice and they might like it, or they might be listening to your message and they like it. I'm putting my message out there to help others like myself that want to make this change. It's a hard change that you got to commit yourself, not only mentally, but also you want it inside in your heart, you know. So that's why I'm out here expressing myself, and hopefully I help somebody. And if I help just one person, I at least did something. Okay. Number 4, get results. Don't be about the talk, walk the walk. I'm about to get results too. I got 90 pounds to go between now and December of this year. I'm going to get there to get to max physique 12/17, 2017. Okay, so get results means get it done. Number 5, become more known in your community. So if you have all these events, go out there, talk to people, pass out your business cards, share your story, let them know who you are, so that way when they see your face, you're like, oh look, there's Mr. Run2Improve. Trust me, guys, you get a good feeling when people remember you, and you'll be like, oh wow, thank you, I appreciate that. And my last piece of advice, start maybe thinking about a book. Write a book about your life. You know, you might be surprised how many people want to hear your story, so that way they can inspire them to continue and to pursue their own journey. My book is called No Way, Jose, a weight loss story. That's the title. I got a cover for it already, but I'm still trying to put everything else together. But I know that as long as I work on it every day, step by step, it'll get done. And eventually it'll be something that I'll put out there for my fans and my supporters, and for those that need help and they want to get better. But thank you guys. Those are my 6 steps or 6 tips that I would give to anybody that wants to continue their brand and to expand and to stay focused on building it. So let's go out there and have fun. Let's go back to the interview. Welcome back to the interview. We are here with Mr. Run2Improve. So Mr. Run2Improve, let me ask you, why do you think it's so hard for people to lose weight?
Very good question, Jose. I think the main reason people find it hard to lose weight is because they want it now, basically. They've been programmed to want instant gratification. If you don't have instant gratification, you don't want it. And once they see that it's not going to work out within a week, a month, 2 months, they quit. And they just continue to want that dream, but never really want to chase it, never really want to put that effort. They're willing to do that effort for somebody else that's going to pay them. But even then, that effort sometimes is slacking. Because you see at work, you know, some employees don't give it their 110% and they're getting paid. But they make the effort to go to work. If they just do the effort to put a little bit of time for themselves to better their life, guess what? Their life would be better. Their goals of reaching their weight loss would be a reality. But that's my main thing. I think people are programmed to want it now instead of willing to wait, don't have the patience. So in order for you to succeed, guys, you gotta have the patience. You gotta be willing to put the work, the sweat, the tears, and sometimes even the blood to make it happen. One of my favorite quotes that helps me with this, it goes like this: desire does not equal destiny. Discipline equals destiny. And to me, once I read that and understood it, I took it as it applies to everything in life. If we desire something, we just want it right there. Once we have it, we might not even be happy that we have it. We'll be like, hey, I'm done with it. I'm over it. You know, just like a little kid. He wants it right there, but then you give it to him. Hey, I don't want it anymore. Same thing. If you don't have the discipline to work for it, to go after it, to really put that sweat, those tears, you know, then when you get it and you achieve it, you'll maintain it, you'll keep it, you'll keep going because you see the results. You'll be more confident in what you do. But yeah, that's why I think people find it hard to lose weight. Good question, Jose.
Mr. Run2Improve, I have a good question for you. What has been one thing that you've come across that has made it hard for you to continue on your progress?
Very good question. I would say the number one thing that I had to deal with, that I found it hard to get away from and to stay on point, was the weekends. Usually Monday through Friday, my mentality was on point. I would be out there grinding, running, doing everything I had to do, following my diet, you know. But for some reason, when Friday, Saturday, Sunday came, my mind shot off. And then during that time frame, it was hard for me to keep motivated, to stay on it, because during that time, my body would say, no, it's our rest time. We've been giving it all, you know. So that was the mindset I had to slowly tweak, slowly change, and realize that it's part of my own fault because I let myself think that way. That when Friday came, I told myself, oh, it's Friday, I'm going to relax and not do anything. No. Friday, Saturday, Sunday are the times where I could do the most of my work and put more energy into what I need for myself. That's what I kind of kept telling myself. So that way it changed. Yeah, that was one thing that was hard for me to learn from.
Why was it hard for you?
Well, the reason it was hard for me, like I was mentioning, is I preset myself to think of a certain way. So I had to change that mentality and started thinking of new ways to improve it during the weekend. So that way I didn't fall into that abyss and start all over come Monday. Because sometimes that happens. We work our butts off all the way through. Come the weekend, we let 1 day, 2 day throws off balance, and guess what? We start all over again. It's a vicious cycle. Luckily, we still have the mentality and we still have the attitude to continue to push to make a change.
Another well-answered question. So, Mr. Run2Improve, tell me, why do you wake up in the morning? What keeps you motivated?
Very good question, Jose. Well, I would say the reason I get up in the morning is to better myself 1 day at a time, one step at a time. For me, it's the passion of wanting to grow, to become a better version of myself. That's why I wake up every morning. That's what keeps me motivated. That's what keeps me going every time. When I feel weak, I tell myself why I want to do this, which is to grow, to be a better person.
So, Mr. Run2Improve, what are some of your current projects right now for 2017?
I'm glad you asked that, Jose. Well, this year I have a lot of things coming. I have races between now and June of 2017 on February 17th through the 20th. I'm going to be doing the Jackpot Festival with Beyond Running Limits. I'm going to be going out there taking photos for 4 days. I'm also going to be running for 4 days, just having fun, enjoying the weather, and keeping myself together with the family or the community that I seek, which is my running community. Then in March, I got the March for Dimes. Then I also have the Trail Trash with Triple Dare, which I can't wait to be out there. We're going to honor Daryl Henry, who was an inspiration and a motivation to a lot of runners in the community. Rest in peace, buddy. Then in April, I'm going to be going to the 420 games on April 1st, going out there and enjoying myself at the Santa Monica Pier. Hopefully I see my good friend, the 420 runner out there doing his thing. Then in June, I have 2 other races, which I'm not sure what they are yet, but I know the sponsors are being worked on. Also, I've been slowly working on getting my current project for my virtual running company to start. I'm currently on the ropes with the medal costs, so that way I could have a nice medal to provide for my supporters and for those that want to take the Run2Improve challenge. If you want to go ahead and take a look, visit my main website, Run2Improve.com. I have some information there for it. I also have other things on there, other links, videos, and everything. So check it out, guys. But yeah, those are my projects as of right now for, I would say, February all the way through June, guys.
We're at the end of our show, so let's go back and start asking them a few more questions. So, Mr. Run2Improve, what do you do in the mornings? What is your morning routine like?
My morning routine starts the day before. I make sure that all my gear is ready to go, so that way when I wake up at 4:30 in the morning, I know where everything is at. I just got to go to the restroom, wash my face, do what I got to do, and then I'm out the door. But the main 2 things of what I just said, guys, 2 key important things. Okay, first, prepare. If you're prepared and ready to go for the morning, you don't have to worry going around looking for your stuff. Second, don't think of anything. Keep your mind blank. Just know that when you wake up in the morning after that alarm, that means you gotta go running. Nothing else. Don't think of anything else, because if you do, I would say 8 out of 10 times you're just gonna give up and not do anything. So stay focused, stay determined, go out there and get it.
Right on. Now, anything else that you would like to share?
Yeah, let me give you something that I come across that I enjoy, and this quote has helped me out in my life. I don't know if I said it before, but I'll say it again. Desire does not equal destiny. Discipline equals destiny. And I believe this applies to everything in our life. When we desire something, we want it there, now, for a moment. After we have it, we may lose interest and be done with it. However, if you have the discipline to save, to work, to get what you want, then when you do receive it, you're gonna take care of it, you're gonna value it, you're gonna have the discipline to make sure nothing bad happens to it. Why? Because you had to work and you had the discipline yourself to be able to get whatever you needed and whatever you wanted to complete. So once you get there, you appreciate it more because you had the discipline, or you discipline yourself to get it. Follow? So I believe this applies to everything in life. So if we desire something, it might not be what we need. So I would say, look at it as a discipline. Discipline yourself to get what you want so you can go out